Welcome to today's explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to be guiding you through this one, mostly because it touches on something almost all of us can relate to, whether you're a parent, a teacher, or just someone who really cares about community safety. Today, we're focusing on a totally groundbreaking system called SafeRide360. Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to unpack exactly how this platform is completely rewiring the way we handle school transport. And to be clear, we aren't just looking at a piece of software today. We're looking at a fundamental shift in how we actually deliver peace of mind to families everywhere.
Where is my child and are they safe? If you're a parent, that's not just some casual passing thought. It is literally the most important, pressing, and, let's be honest, anxiety-inducing question you can ask, especially the second your kid is out of your sight. Think about it. When a child steps onto a school bus, there's this massive inherent transfer of trust. For decades, the whole black box of the daily school commute has been this huge source of stress. You wave goodbye in the morning, and until they walk back through your front door, you're pretty much just relying on a fragile system of assumptions. This entire explainer, and honestly the entire architecture of SafeRide360, is anchored directly to that single massive emotional stake. How do we answer that question definitively, every single day, without fail?
A shift in perspective. It is definitely time for a new way of thinking.
So to really answer that big question, we have to transition into a completely different mindset. See, for a long time, the transport industry just kind of borrowed technology designed for freight and shipping and then tried to awkwardly apply it to human beings. But children aren't cargo, and parents aren't logistics managers tracking a package. I mean, waiting for a delayed Amazon box is a minor annoyance, but waiting for a delayed school bus? That is infinitely more stressful. On one side of the coin, we have traditional vehicle tracking. This is a very mechanical focus. A standard GPS tracker essentially just tells a dispatcher, hey, bus 42 is moving at 30 miles per hour down Main Street, which is great for fleet management, sure, but it actually tells a parent absolutely nothing. Is my kid even on bus 42? Did they actually make it onto the bus after school? On the other side, though, we have SafeRide360's approach, tracking a child's journey. This is an empathetic, human-centric focus. It shifts the data away from the metal box on wheels and puts it entirely on the actual experience of the student from start to finish. It's the literal difference between knowing where a bus is and knowing that your specific child is safe and on their way home. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is this core philosophy extracted straight from the engineers behind the system. Parents aren't tracking a vehicle, they're tracking their child's journey. When you build a system from that specific starting point, every feature, every notification, every single line of code completely changes. The software is no longer asking, where is the engine? Instead, it's constantly asking, where's the student? This paradigm shift is exactly why SafeRide360 stands out so clearly in the educational transport space.
Features for every journey. Let's take a look at the specific tools for safety.
So how does this philosophy actually translate into reality? It's one thing to have a cool guiding principle, but you need concrete pillars to make the system actually work for real families in the real world. First up, live pickup and drop tracking. This means the guesswork is just completely removed. You aren't sitting around wondering if they missed the bus. You have live, undeniable confirmation. Second, real-time notifications. Guys, this is huge. Instead of a parent having to proactively open up an app and hunt around for information, the system pushes the reassurance directly to them. It's a quick ping on your phone letting you know your kid has safely boarded or safely hopped off at school. The technology is doing all the heavy lifting to give you proactive relief. And finally, it's built for school and future transport. This means the whole architecture is robust and scalable. It's ready to handle field trips, after-school travel, and basically whatever evolving needs a school district throws at it.
And all of these incredible features are powered by the DemandGeniusAI app right there on your smartphone. Now, there are two massive advantages to how they've built this. It is exceptionally fast, and it works completely offline. Think about the reality of school transport for a second. Buses are constantly traveling through rural areas, weird dead zones, or heavily congested networks right around school campuses at 3 p.m. If a safety app only works when you have a perfect, flawless 5G connection, it's going to fail you right when you need it most. The DemandGeniusAI app's offline capabilities make sure that the tracking and the data integrity stay totally intact, even when the cell signal completely drops out. Actually, scratch that. It doesn't just stay intact, it syncs seamlessly. That is a massive technological advantage.
Tools for drivers and parents. We need specific interfaces for a two-sided journey.
You know, a successful transport ecosystem simply cannot be a one-way street. If we only hand out tools to parents, we are totally ignoring the people actually executing the safe transport, the drivers. SafeRide360 recognizes that you need dedicated, very specific interfaces for both sides of the journey if you want to create a truly closed-loop safety system.
So they wisely split the user experience right from the get-go. I'm a parent versus I'm a driver. For the parent, the interface is all about what we were just talking about, right? Tracking, real-time notifications, instant peace of mind. It's clean, it's simple, it's informative. But for the driver, the interface transforms into dedicated driver tools. Drivers don't need to be bogged down seeing parent notifications. They need routing assistance, secured passenger manifests, and a super streamlined way to log pickups without getting distracted from the road. By tailoring the tools within the exact same ecosystem, SafeRide360 ensures maximum efficiency for the driver and maximum transparency for the parent. It's a win-win.
Get SafeRide360 today. And this brilliantly illustrates why adopting a specialized system is so vital.
We've moved from the anxiety of the unknown, walked through the philosophy of journey tracking, and dug into the offline capabilities and dual interfaces that make this closed-loop safety system a reality. The immense value here isn't just in the flashy technology itself. It's in the time, the stress, and the resources it saves for literally everyone involved in a child's day. If you're watching this and realizing that your school, your district, or your local transport company is still stuck in the past, tracking vehicles instead of children, you can secure this peace of mind by reaching out today. I highly encourage you to jot down this contact info. You can email them directly at pariwallaconnect@gmail.com, or to see the platform and the DemandGeniusAI integration for yourself, just head over to their website at demandgeniusai.com/SaferRide360. I really want to leave you with this final thought today. Isn't it time you tracked what actually matters? We spend so much energy stressing over logistics, but at the end of the day, it's not about the bus. It's not about the route or the traffic. It is entirely about the child. SafeRide360 has taken a deeply complex daily challenge and completely solved it with a perfect mix of empathy and smart technology. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope this structured look at SafeRide360 has been as fascinating and eye-opening for you as it was for me. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.